While staying at the hotel, this man realized that the walls of the building were gradually closing in. To confirm his suspicions, he tied a rope between two walls of his room before going to sleep. The next morning, when he woke up, the rope had gone slack. He immediately rushed out of his room and began measuring the distance between the walls and the hallway. Walls he couldn't even touch the previous night, he could now reach with ease. Terrified, he tried to warn everyone about what was happening, but he was shoved aside and thrown out. The following day, while Nick was in the bathroom, the door handle suddenly began to turn on its own. The very next instant, a multitude of human hands began to thrust their way inside. In sheer panic, Nick kicked the hands away and somehow managed to escape. Nick now understood that he had to get out of there immediately. He went straight to the head chef and threatened to quit his job. However, the head chef fell to his knees and pleaded with him not to leave, explaining that every single person here was vital. If even one person left, everything would be ruined. Moved by the head chef's desperate plea, Nick changed his mind. He then began using his memory to map out the hotel's layout in hopes of finding an exit route. Yet, after days of searching, he found no way out, for the hotel continued to shrink day by day. One day, while Nick was searching for a path in the hallway, he noticed some strange movement behind the wall. Acting on impulse, he tore away the wallpaper. Inside, he discovered strange entities, creatures intertwined with one another like tentacles. Trembling with fear, he reached out and touched them. At that very moment, the entire hotel began to shake violently. Panicked, Nick fled back to his room. Just then, the chandelier hanging from the ceiling began to spin erratically. Before Nick could even react, it suddenly crashed to the floor. Two elderly women emerged from a hole in the wall and signaled to Nick that the way out lay within his own room. As soon as Nick pushed aside the wardrobe, he discovered a passage, one that resembled not so much a cave, but rather the interior of some colossal living organism. Gathering his courage, Nick ventured inside, and at the very end of the passage, he spotted a glowing orb, and within it, the octopus was held captive. The moment he touched it, Nick sensed its years-old pain and its curse. Summoning all his strength, Nick shoved the sphere and set the octopus free. Yet, in the very next instant, Nick found himself standing amidst the depths of the ocean.